been nearly 30 years since a woman vanished from a York County bar. Her body was found along Route 30 a few months later, but to this day, who killed her remains a mystery. Fox 43's Alyssa Kratz explains how police officers are teaming up with the future minds of law enforcement as they try to crack this cold case.
Well, this morning at 10 o'clock, a man found the body of a female. Her body was pretty well decomposed. Investigating officials say the death looks suspicious.
Judy Smith was found in this ditch right here by a man that lived in a townhouse back here. He was walking back looking for a cat back in '95.
In a classroom on the campus of York College.
One of our last theories was that she was ultimately killed off-site and the ditch was just a dumping spot.
Students in Dr. Barb Hanbury's criminology class are working hand in hand with Pelham Township Police to crack this cold case.
But one thing this scene could tell investigators, this is not where she died.
I created the course so that the students could have a hands-on experience, and it would allow them to actually engage with a cold case.
It's been helpful to have 15 students analyzing this case from an objective point of view, from an outside perspective.
Judy Smith was last seen on January 26, 1995, leaving a York bar and getting into a vehicle with 3 other people. Almost exactly 3 months later,
Authorities found the body here, about 50 feet from the eastbound lanes of Route 30 in Pelham Township, York County.
We have to retrace our steps and try to recalibrate our minds.
Judy had been strangled and her clothes were removed from her body.
One pant leg was pulled off one of the legs and she was laying there. But there was DNA evidence sent off to try to determine whether there actually was a sexual assault. You can see the fence, so something that detectives back then were trying to determine is if this was the original fence.
Not far from the body, police discovered a brown paper bag. Inside was a Pennsylvania state license plate and what appears to be a wallet. At this point, they're not sure if that has anything to do with the investigation, but they want to be sure all avenues are covered.
We actually have discovered a couple additional leads.
What we know at this point is she was last seen getting into a vehicle with 3 individuals, and she was never seen from again. So we don't know what happened between that period and when she was found.
One of our current running theories is that she was potentially assaulted in one of the homes, woke up, ran through the brush area, hopped the fence, and where her killer found her again and completed the act.
Another thing that's been really cool and inspiring is just to be able to kind of work on this case and bring a little bit more attention to it.
This is actually the state police helicopter. There were several photos taken by state police that they recently turned back over to us. And they also recorded video that we're still trying to find. They have it in evidence stored away somewhere, so we're trying to dig that back out.
The State Police Crime Lab arrives, armed with evidence envelopes.
Put ourselves into the shoes of those suspects and really get to understand them better.
From everything that we've read and everything that we're continuing to learn about her, she was such a great person and this should not have happened.
We're really hopeful that we can be a part of the solving of this cold case.
Neighbors have their suspicions but are afraid to reveal them on camera.
I think they're looking for acquaintances. And I think they should be, looking in another direction.
Pelham Township Police say there are multiple suspects in the case. A few have passed away, but others remain alive.
I think that this case will eventually be solved. Judy Smith, her daughter, and her family all deserve for this to be solved.
We've been trying to handle this case with due diligence and with respect.
It would be just great to kind of, again, find this conclusion and bring justice for her and her family.
Alyssa Kratz, Fox 43 News.